Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Arrahmanirrahim.
Maliki yawmi al-din. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim, siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim, ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amen. Greetings, my brothers and sisters, domestic and foreign. My name is Imam Mahdi, name and title. I am campaigning for presidency for 2020. And the campaign slogan is 2020 USA Presidential Holy War Struggle Soul Salvation Campaign. My presidency is for soul salvation, to be successful in this world life as well as the hereafter. And to be successful in this world life, you must accept the oneness of the God who created the entire universe, whose name is identified as Allah, and to govern this entire nation by his law, Al-Quran. This shall replace the United States Constitution by the 19 sciences, as y'all call them, the 14 amendments. We call them the 19 sciences, which you will find in our manual here, of AJAAUCOAO Islam Political Nation Agency. And AJAAUCOAO Islam Political Nation Agency shall replace what we know now as the United States flag of America. The United States flag of America shall be replaced by this flag, which is the crescent moon and the star. The crescent moon is gold, upright, to represent the revealance of truth. Truth comes before love, and it comes in this order: truth, justice, peace, freedom, love, joy, unity, success, and happiness. In that order. You cannot love a person. Cannot love a person if there's no truth involved. You cannot love a person if there's no justice involved. You cannot love a person if there's no peace involved. And only through truth, justice, and peace, then you may attain some love. The blue star represents purity. And I told my brothers of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, your flame only turns blue under purity. There go your transformation. Not only we have 100 attributes, we have 100 pearls that overwhelm any fraternity and sorority in the United States and the world at large. So Allah had decreed the symbols that you see to overwhelm any secret society, any fraternity. And we shall govern under my presidency with 9 organizations as my administration. And the reform of the branches that now exist in the United States of America, in which they will have to go through the 10 to 11 weeks program of AJAAUCOAO volumes. Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. And those 9 organizations of my administration under AJAAUCOAO Islam Political Nation Agency, the world's architecture, social structure. I know you don't see what I'm reading, but that's why it's important to download this book. And every person should have this book from the 9th grade to old age. This book has the 19 benevolent laws of Allah Al-Quran, which replaces the United States Constitution. And you may be saying, why replace the United States Constitution? I'll get to that. The 9 organizations of my administration is, and they are, Imam Mahdi Islam Lorita Exchange. That's our banking exchange system. Definitely need the banking exchange system, because in this system we charge interest and we do credit checks. You cannot help a people when you have oppressed them and expect for them to have good credit. You understand? You cannot help a people when you oppress them and charge them interest on a dollar. Both of these are illegal acts and criminal acts against God and against his people, against the righteous. Those are criminal acts. In other words, the United States is in a criminal state of being up against God's law. And we have Imam Mahdi Suites and Transportation. Why we have Imam Mahdi Suites and Transportation? Because that branch of our administration shall transport and import and export. Not just in the United States, but also around the world. A black man, so-called black man of America, you were brought here over 1,400 years ago. Over 1,400 years ago. Where you came from is what they call today the continent of Africa and the Middle East. In other words, everything on the continent of Africa and the Middle East belongs to you. My administration will see that you retrieve what belongs to you. Allah has revealed in the Quran, chase them out from where they chase you from. And if they oppose you, Allah has also revealed that cut their arms and their legs off on opposite sides. Fight until there is no more oppression. So Allah has made it legal for you to do what you're about to do, not just in America, but in the world at large. And we have the Imam Mahdi Military Incorporated. We know you just can't ask a person to do right. Some people have to, of course, as we know, we have military force. Some people have to be what they call executed. Some people have to be militarized against. Some people have to go to prison for theft. Some people have to go to, different things have to be implemented on certain people and nations because they refuse to do what's right. And that's a choice. You can make a choice to defend evil, or you can make a choice to defend righteousness. And every day in America, you're making that choice. And every day in America, you're making the choice to defend evil. Because everything in America, everything that the so-called Europeans got, the so-called white man got, he stole. He stole. And we all know that. And that's why Allah decreed me to be here at this given date and time. So that you can look at your history with facts. I'm not saying anything that you don't already know. So you can look at your administration with facts. You understand? Just recently, Allah decreed that Barack Hussein Obama become president for 8 years in the United States of America. A so-called black man, a so-called white man mixture. With him being a so-called black man, he did not free the so-called black man from slavery in the United States of America. And some of you black folks may say, well, I'm not a slave. Yes, you are. Every black person in the United States of America is a slave. By the law, by the United States Constitution. Now I'm going to read this to you. Matter of fact, I'm going to take this piece and put it in front of you, in front of me, and in front of you, so that you can see it for yourself. This is the 14th Amendment, Section 4 of the United States Constitution. And it reads as follows. The validity of the public debt of the United States authorized by law, including debt incurred for payment of pensions and bounties for service in suppression, insurrection, or rebellion, shall not be questioned. And what they mean by you shall not question? Questioning what? But neither the United States nor any state shall assume or pay any debt or obligation incurred in aid of insurrection or rebellion against the United States, or any claim for the loss or emancipation of any slave. But all such debt, obligation, and claims shall be held illegal and void. That means any claim for the loss of life, loss of anything, any claim or emancipation of any slave. In other words, they saying you can't even get your right as a slave. You can't get your freedom. That's what the United States of America is saying. So with that being said, we know that God is against this country. The choice you got to make, are you going to continue to path and go to hell as your forefathers? Yeah, grandma, grandpa, great-grandma, great-grandpa, from George Washington to the Moors who first betrayed the slaves anyway. So all the Moors and everybody who claimed to be Moors in the United States of America shall enter the hellfire along with the Europeans, shall enter the hellfire along with their descendants. Yes, grandma and grandpa, they're in hell. And when if mama done died and daddy done died, they're in hell too. So the thing is, Allah has revealed in Al-Quran, save yourself and your children from the hellfire. Will you come into the salvation and save yourself and your children from the hellfire? Because you got to know and cut off the root of those who have gone before you. You understand? Two people in hell, the poor man and the rich man. But we can get into all that another day. And we have AJAAUCOAO. The next is AJAAUCOAO, Islam Native Descendant Indian American Nation, or AJAAUCOAO Indian. The Indians is referred to in this as all the foreigners who came upon this land. It's not referring to the Indians who y'all refer to as Indians here. All y'all Indians, because all y'all tribe, y'all come from some tribe, some European tribe, some Indian tribe from India over there by Africa, East Africa. Those Indians over there to India. And wherever you come from, any part of the so-called continent of Africa, Middle East, Europe, Asia, it don't make a difference. You are a tribe over here in this country, and you are immigrants, and you have no right here. But since you are here, there are laws that shall govern your behavior here. So, with that being said, we come to AJAAUCOAO Indian Production Incorporated. I know you don't see that which I'm reading off the wall, the now organization. Again, that's why you go to my website, which is www.a-IPNA.com. Again, go to www.a-IPNA.com. And you can download this book for $39.99. And this is the most powerful book you ever read. You know what I'm saying? Because it gives you guidance in the Quran. You may say, well, the Quran is the most powerful book I ever read. But Allah said he put barriers between his revelation and the disbelievers. And I say he guides whom he pleases and even error whom he pleases. And none know the host of the Lord but he. So until he sent another messenger to help you understand this book, which is now I am that messenger, I'm helping you to understand this book where you can't get that understanding without, again, this political man, AJAAUCOAO Islam Political Nation Agency. So again, www.a-IPNA.com. And AJAAUCOAO Abdul Baki Media Production Incorporated. We got AJAAUCOAO Masjid Jihad Allahu Akbar. AJAAUCOAO Masjid Jihad Allahu Akbar. That's the masjid that invite all people. It's a training course regardless of your religion to help you understand when you fall in error as far as religion is concerned. Because Allah only sanctioned one religion to himself, and that religion is Islam. There is no other religion sanctioned to anyone other than Islam by the creator of the heavens and earth. All the prophets practice the religion of Islam. And all the books, and the Christian may say they got the Bible, and the Jews may say they got the Torah. But for your information, all those books belong to the believing Muslim. Y'all hijack those books. And those books are never been given away to you. You understand what I'm saying? So, you don't have a book. The Jews don't have a book. That book, Musa, that's the believing Muslim. Musa was a believing Muslim. Isa, the Injil, the gospel, y'all call the gospel, what y'all call the gospel, that book is of the believing Muslim. Y'all call him Jesus, but his true name is Isa. And the Zabur, which y'all call the Psalms and the Proverbs, given to David and Solomon, again, those are David and Solomon, believing Muslim. That book, the Zabur, is the book of the believing Muslim. In other words, you don't have a book. So this is why the salvation is very important to you, so that you may enter paradise. And if you feel like you don't want to enter paradise, remember of the old days. If you didn't accept Allah's messenger, you knew where you was going. And now you're in that time again. If you don't accept this salvation, it's not coming from the Middle East. It's coming right here in Cheraw, South Carolina, right here. So if you got your pride and your arrogance and refuse to accept the truth, then so be it is. Because we are not alike. People are not alike. Is the blind and the seeing alike? The believers and the disbelievers are not alike. And let me help you understand that a little bit better. You got the beastman, mankind, human, and man. We fall into 4 categories here. You understand? If you're a beastman, let me tell you what your lifestyle is, and you promise the hellfire. Illogical, bestiality, incest, filthy, animal, bi, homo, and transsexuals. And this is what they call the beast. So all you homosexuals the bestiality is when you having sex with animals. So all you having sex with dogs and all kind of animals that you got out there that you feel like you can have sex with, well, you are a beast. And you are promised the hellfire. Unless you repent and come into the salvation. There's no sin that you can have committed that repentance is not available to you. So this is the beauty about worshiping the wonders of Allah. And that is the beauty about my campaign. You don't care what your situation is, but you can't get out of that situation. But if you refuse to take heed to what I'm inviting you to, you refuse to take heed to what I'm inviting you to, then you know your destination. Your destination is the smokeless hellfire. That's the beauty of this campaign. This campaign shall transform what we now know as the United States of America into the new flag, which we see right here. And the red means the bloodshed that was shed on this continent by the Europeans. That's the white, by the white man. You understand? And you may say, well, why you want to talk about the white man? Well, I'm about keeping it real. All white people are the devil. You don't have to stay the devil, but all white people are the devil. And I'm going to prove that point to you in a few. And what Allah has revealed through Isa, whom y'all call Jesus, he said, ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abide not in truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh of a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. But white man, I'm going to let you know who your father is. But right now, you need to know that you're the devil and you need to get yourself together. You understand? And everybody needs to know that because you commit so much crime and have it not only in America and have done it in America, but around the world. You understand? So this is your check day. You're going to continue your path, which is perdition and self-destruction. And but Allah's already killing you. Look at the burning and the fires on the West Coast. Look, Allah drowned them down in New Orleans, down all up and down the southeast. Allah bringing the tornadoes and hurricanes all up through Florida, all up through Georgia, and all up through South Carolina and North Carolina, and ripping everything apart, killing it constantly. By His command, the angels are destroying you. And if you don't want to take it to that level, it's self-perdition. Allah also not only just killing you with nature, but the angels can assume anybody, and the angels can go into anybody's body. You understand? You better ask Vegas. You better ask the school shooting when they shooting up the churches. You understand? You understand? We'll get into that later. Just want to give you a little bit of information to get you thinking. But as I continue in my campaign, I will be detailing the things that I'm inviting you to right now. So you know what the beastmen, all beastmen are going to hell. And then we have mankind. Mankind, Hollywood, pay close attention. All you in the media business, they done got you hooked up on Christmas and all this and that. And every preacher, you know you're going to hell because you're inviting people to do wrong. And you call yourself the preacher man. You understand? And all of y'all have your little churches and you celebrate your Christmas and all this and that. When even in the Bible, it said the man that go in the farther and cut it down the tree and bring it to his home and fasten it down with nails and decorate it with silver and gold. This is an abomination to the soul. This is in Jeremiah. Now, therefore, all you preachers, you know you're going straight to hell and you're inviting all the people to go to hell with you. You don't know nothing. And the sad thing about it, you got these black people who call themselves preachers. Nigga, get out of that. The best thing you do is stop practicing Christianity and take all the pews at the church. You understand? And face towards the east and have your carpet down there and learn how to pray to Allah. You go to a part of my website, I teach you how to pray too. Because we're in my presidential campaign, 2020 USA Presidential Holy War Struggle Soul Salvation Campaign, you in battle. You never know when you're going to die and leave this world. So you need to be up on your prayer. You need to know how to pray to God. You understand? Because that demon is killing every day. You understand? And you got to know that he is a demon. But you got to know who his father is and not get to him later. So you got the humans. Who is the humans? The humans who's tattered between the good and the bad. And, you know, that's the humans. But before I get more into the humans, you got the man. Man, he's the only one has truth, justice, peace, freedom, love, joy, unity, success, and valid happiness. That which produce valid happiness. There's no truth in the United States. They don't practice no truth. They disguise themselves as truth makers. Nah, brother. You the mankind, which is pride, greed, lust, anger, oversupply, envy, laziness. That's who the devil is. You understand? You got your pride, and they teach pride in high school. High school, pride is high school. They teaching you early how to be devils. You understand? So my presidential campaign going to wipe out all that. Because Allah has given me the science. Has given me the truth. You understand? Why? He said, well, who gave you the authority? Allah. What kind of authority have given you? Well, let me tell you, my brother. As you have seen previous in my work, I knew before I even put in my mother's womb. You understand? I communicate with my creator of the heavens and earth. Even in my mother's womb, I'm conscious. You understand? I done been to heaven and hell over 1,000 times. Heaven over 1,000 times. Hell over 1,000 times. I'm teaching you stuff. What I'm about to teach America and the world, you can't get it from nowhere else. You got to come to me and get it. And I'm not talking with pride and arrogance. I'm talking with facts. You understand? I'm talking with experience. You understand? So what I'm giving you, you're getting it from the real. You understand? I don't have to go to college and try to suck up all the knowledge I can and try to make sense out of it. You understand? I've been taught by the angels. I've been taught by celestial beings. You understand? So when I teach you from this book, you're going to know with the surety. You know, people can read this book all day, but if you ain't never been to paradise, somebody can put doubt in your mind. You understand? You can wake up, you go to sleep a believer and wake up a disbeliever, Allah revealed in this Quran. Except for those who are grounded in knowledge, who is firm, who know without a doubt. And to know without a doubt, that means you have to be in paradise. You got no paradise exists. You got no hell exists. Other than that, you have to read the book and hope and pray that it do exist. And that's where the atheists and the pantheists, the atheists come around because they don't have proof. Well, we got proof today because the angels have come down to me and given me proof. I have existence, proof of the angels, pictures of the angels whom I communicate with. It ain't never been done in the history of people. You understand? But first of all, with no pictures back then when the revelation revealed. So you got to believe in revelation. So Allah had given me my experience just so I can give it to you. Because you know you're going to be disbelievers. So He give me extra admonition to invite you, to warn you, and to jihad against you if need be. So that's the situation here. And now we come down to AJAAUCOAO Islam Political Nation Agency. AJAAUCOAO Islam Political Nation Agency, that's what we have right here now. That's what I'm inviting you to. This is our assembly. There ain't no Democrat. There ain't no Republicans. You understand? Democrat, Republican, the one got the horse, no, the mule, and the other they have the elephant. Nah, my brother. You got the crescent moon, nature, you know what I'm saying, the star. You understand? So this is our political nation flag here in the United States, the transformation of America. And that's what my campaign about, the transformation of America, the United States of America. Out her evil and wicked ways until the righteous way of life. You know what I'm saying? And her action leads and direct sands on approval. You know what I'm saying? The presidents in the past can't do what I can do. They're not qualified to do what I can do. They're not in position to do what I can do. You understand? See, with me being president of the so-called United States of America transition, we can go into Africa. We can go into any continent, any country on the continent of Africa, or any place in the Middle East, and get 20% of what is rightly due to us as descendants of that nation, oppressed and taken and run off from our land. Legitimately. Because that's where we come from. You got America helping nations around the world right now fighting for land and territory which they say they come from. Well, Jews, the white boys up in Israel, that's not your land. That's not where you're from. You claiming it. But I understand we'll get to that too. That's where we come from. That's our land. And when they talking about Israel reviving, everything coming back to Israel, well, it is us, my brothers and sisters, going back to the Middle East, going back to Israel. taking the Holy Land back. You understand? Because right now it is occupied by Shaitan himself. You say, well, what about Saudi, Imam Mahdi? You know, that's a Muslim. Well, I'll give you this information. The flag is in Saudi Arabia is La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. Guess what, my brothers and sisters worldwide? It's not in the Quran like that. Therefore, you imposters. And when you fall behind something that's not in the Quran, Allah said, do not add to his book, do not take away from his book, and do not weaken his revelation. Okay? And you know I'm not weakening it. So, and again, like AJAAUCOAO Indian Production Incorporated, that's our media corporation. It's about education. You know, you go to college and you have to get all these loans, and then you don't pay them back. They try to bring charges against you. This is what the United States do. They try to imprison you, give you records, give you bad credit. See that all that is fraud. All that's fraud by the government. So under my presidency, everybody go to college free. You educate your people, you educate them free. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm gonna make it illegal for a person to get a loan to even go to college. It's gonna be illegal. And if anybody offer you a loan, it's gonna be a federal crime offense for somebody to offer you a loan to go to college. You understand? Because they are criminals. I don't worry about anything. Allah have me doing what I have to do for a reason, to create me to do what I do for a reason. And as that reason, as that reason reveal itself and mature, we will see the end of the disbelievers. And now we come to AJAAUCOAO Masjid Jihad Allah Akbar. There's two different masjids. The other masjid is AJAAUCOAO Masjid Jihad Allahu Akbar. That's for all people to be, you know, to come into the invitation, and come into the warning, and to be warned of the jihad and how to live in the jihad. Well, we are in jihad. Bush said himself when he was president, George W. Bush, he said himself, this is a holy war, and this good against evil. Either you with others, you with the terrorists. I may not say it in that order, but this is what he said. So when he said this is a holy war, he was speaking about jihad, because that's the translation. So if you kind of question this jihad, well, you need to go see Bush, because he done called it. You understand? And Allah using me to continue the implementation of it. So here we have, that's what you learn here in AJAAUCOAO Masjid Jihad Allah Akbar. I just learned the 10-week, 11-week program so you can understand. And I have volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3 of AJAAUCOAO for you to learn that. And the other masjid, AJAAUCOAO Masjid Jihad Allah Akbar, that masjid is strictly for the military. They live life only in the cause of Allah. They don't want to hear nothing from their wife. They don't want to hear nothing from their children. They don't want to hear nothing from no government. They don't want to hear nothing from no local authority. They don't want to hear nothing from whoever the authority may be, government authority. They don't want to hear nothing what you got to say. They don't want to hear. Their action, these directly saying, is only the implementation of this book right here. So when you're in that masjid, there ain't no question what you should do. It's a question how fast you need to get it done. You understand? So we all on the same page when we're at that masjid. You understand? You come in there, the wrong word will send you right back out the door. The wrong word will send you right back out the door. If we feel you have doubt, you're going back out the door. Because we don't play games. Then we come down to Islam Extreme Holy Land Security Agency. That agency is to secure, you know, everybody got security. You go to the mall, they got security. You go to churches, they got security. And they carry guns too, don't they? Yes, they do. You know, I've been trained here in South Carolina with the sled, and so, you know, I met a couple guys where they ushers. They ushers for the church. They have on nice suits and everything, but guess what? They have a weapon in there. And somebody said, well, you can't carry a church gun. You can carry a gun in church by the approval of your minister or your religious leader. In the state of South Carolina, it's legal to carry a gun in church. You understand? Even on the property of institutions, if by the permission of the people of authority at that institution. But if you don't get permission by the legal authorities of that institution, then it's a crime, a federal crime for you to carry a firearm at a college, a federal building, and a church. You understand? So I'm going to teach y'all about firearms and the laws and rules and regulations in my firearms session. So when the documentary drama, the revised session of the documentary drama come out, you're going to get all that and more. And how to use the firearms. You know, the 9mm, the AR, you know, machine gun setup type of situation, the shotgun, and the caliber. So these things and how to handle those firearms. So that's what the Islamic Stream Homeland Security Agency is to deal with a lot of local situations, because when you deal with all the local situations and an expanded nationwide, you pretty much got everything secured. So this is what my administration brings to the United States of America. It invites her transformation. You understand? Nobody can tell you about me. I'm telling you about myself. My name is Imam Mahdi. And here is the AJAAUCOAO 19 Universal Benevolent Laws of Allah Al-Khan. These laws in here is what, by the law of Al-Khan, it shall govern this land. And this land will be economically satisfied. This land shall be socially with truth, justice, peace, freedom, love, joy, unity, success, and happiness. And there will be no more drug sales in this nation. You understand? Our nation right now is trying to stop the drug dealers from coming in, but they legalizing it in Detroit and many other states. In California, you understand? Colorado, you're legalizing drugs all over around, but yet you're trying to stop drug dealers from coming in. No, man, you the drug dealer. And black man, they got you so shook up that you got many of these rappers walking around here talking about smoking and drinking and all this and that. These rappers and most of these entertainers are misguiding you. They know where to find a nigga. They know how that nigga is. And like I said, when you get back to the white man, and I'm calling him a devil, and I talk about his father. Talk about the white man, and I call him a devil. I say, ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abide now the truth, because there's no truth in him. When he speaketh of a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. And so who is your father? White man, you're only 6,000 years old. You was up in Europe, in the cave for 600 years. The cat, rat, and the dog. And who are you when your skin turned white? You know other than the black man. You know other than the black man. And the black man here in America, the Jews say Allah's hands are tied up. Allah's hands not tied up. Allah curse you for that. That black man, you think God ain't got nothing to do with you being a slave? Black man. You think God don't have nothing to do with you being a slave? It was some freak accident? Huh? No, brother. The things that you've done, the things that you've done to the nation, you need to see yourself. And that's why you're still over here killing each other, selling each other drugs, you're prostituting. You understand? You got drug dealers selling pregnant women drugs. Mama and daddy smoking drugs with the children. You understand what I'm saying? You over here for a reason, black man. You're too coward-hearted to even try to get your freedom. You understand? You're too coward-hearted. You're over here for a reason, because you turn away from God. You understand? And decree a few of y'all to come over here as slaves to let you see what type of beast you were. And Allah said, when you turn away from his truth, he despised you as apes. Cursed and despised as apes. You understand? And that's why they call you monkey. You understand? And yeah, the white man have been despised as ape too. So you got the black ape and the white ape. You understand? So this is why my campaign is so important to all people. Because when you accept the truth of God, it involves you and transitions you out of your beast mentality. You understand? It brings you into the truth. So this is what we're dealing with during my campaign. And we're going to register over 20,000 registered voters here in the state of South Carolina. So I'm saying to not only people in the state of South Carolina to send your support. Whether you come do physical work, You send monetary donation money as gift at this stage, and we're going to move this. And wherever your talent, you volunteer your talents. I have 9 organizations. You can volunteer your talent. People volunteer every day. So now, when the college, you graduate from the college, you can't find a job, and you got that skill that in that area that I just mentioned, bring your skill and volunteer it. You understand? I've been in South Carolina for quite a while, trying to get a job at a television station, this and that. You know, I got media skills. I have all kinds of skills. But they ain't gonna have a brother with my way of thinking. You understand? Because you pay me $60,000 to $70,000. You know what I'm gonna do with spending the cause of Allah. But you go find your cousin or your friend or somebody you know, pay them about $35,000 and teach them on the job. That's how they run this operation down here in South Carolina. So, you know, but yet we still have our skills. You can't stop a brother from what God has ordained for him. You can't steal my blessings, what Allah has given me. And to those who have crossed paths with me, who have come in into the teaching and try to run off and pawn that off as theirs. You can't steal this blessing, brother. You understand? A sister, you got to come and implement this blessing. You have to assist the Imam Mahdi. And when you don't assist the Imam Mahdi and try to run off with it, guess what? There's a visible flame that follows you straight to the hellfire. Allah speak about how they try to steal the knowledge of Allah and they try to run with it. Allah say have an invisible flame falling behind her. So every time I see one of them trifling niggas, I see that visible flame, knowing, and he knowing, and they knowing, and she knowing that I know, and they know that they enter in the hellfire. So, in conclusion, I'm going to read something from the Quran about the 19 sciences. Because the 19 sciences is how we govern all our behavior. And Allah reveals in the Quran what will make thee realize what hell is. It scorches the mortal. So that's in chapter 74. That's chapter 74. I'm gonna read that to you so that you understand the 19 sciences. And when I mention the 19 benevolent laws of Allah, that's what I mean by the 19 sciences. And Allah says in the Quran, He reveals, He said, I will cast him into hell. And what will make thee realize what hell is? It leaves not and spares not. It scorches the mortal. Over it are 19. And we have made none but angels wardens of the fire. And we have not made their number but as a trial for those who disbelieve. And that those who have been given the book may be certain, and those who believe may increase in faith, and those who have been given the book and the believers may not doubt, and that those in whose hearts is a disease, and the disbelievers may say, what does Allah mean by this parable? Thus Allah leads in error whom He pleases, and guides whom He pleases. And none knows the host of thy Lord but He, and this is not but a reminder to the mortals. Now, Allah has revealed the 19 in the Quran. I go off on the 19 right now, but as I said, you can get the 19 and how we're going to govern this nation right here. You get the 19, how we're going to govern this nation. And AJAAUCOAO 19 universal benevolent laws of Allah al-Quran. This is my political objective. Islam shall triumph over all religion, because there is no religion other than Islam. Everything else has been hijacked, claiming to be something else. Christians, you don't have a religious book. Jews, you don't have a religious book. And you polytheist Muslims who claim this book, who associate Muhammad as being a partner with Allah. You understand? You curse for that. And all those who follow, saying that Father Muhammad is came in the person of Allah, you curse for that, because Allah said, any who call themselves a God other than me are cursed and going to the hellfire. You understand? So back in the day, you said if anybody prove you wrong, you'll give them $1 million. Well, you can send my $1 million to me, because I can use it around about now. You see the work that I got on my shoulders here, you understand? But I can easily flex it. So you can send a cashier's check, and you can send one, you come by yourself in a duffel bag and drop it off to Imam Mahdi himself. You know who I'm talking to. So with all that being said, I'd like to thank you for coming out, being attentive, and getting this message. Again, my name is Imam Mahdi, and I'm campaigning the 2020 U.S. Presidential Holy War Struggle Soul Salvation Campaign. Allah Akbar.